She is the owner of San Diego REO. REO stands for Real Estate Owned, which is the bank code word for a property they've taken over after foreclosure. Let me start first of all with each of you. David, how would you describe the market for foreclosures and the kind of emotions that are out there right now, rampantly out there right now?
Well, I think a lot of people have gotten blindsided, you know, maybe got caught off guard with minimum down loans that they got started with 3-4 years ago. And unfortunately, a lot of those people have been caught now with a loan that they need to refinance, and they're not able to do so.
At the other end, banks come to you, Donna, in your company, REO, and you specifically work with them selling those properties they've foreclosed on already. What's it like over there in that market? It's much more businesslike. Banks are unemotional about this. It's just a piece of property, and you people are dealing with properties every day. Exactly.
And what we do is we actually take it from the point that the bank receives it back, which means it's sold at the foreclosure at the courthouse steps. And from that point, it goes back to the bank, and then they assign the property. So we property manage in the beginning. We deal with the tenants or the previous owners in the property if they still remain, and try to help assist them in relocating, because the problem with the bank is it's an asset that they can't hold. They don't do property management. Their need is to have the property vacant. So we try to assist the occupant then, and then from that process we help with valuation, property preservation. We want to make sure it's in good shape, that it blends in with the neighborhood, that it's well maintained, and then we move it forward to get it sold, and good opportunity for a first-time buyer.
The numbers are shocking. 2,896 foreclosures in the first 6 months of 2007. 2,896. That compares with 445 foreclosures in San Diego County just a year ago, the first half of 2006. That is a 551% increase. So all those homes are out there. Let's take step by step through the foreclosure process. Someone has bought a house, as you said, David. They're getting upside down in it because the rate's going up. All the introductory things have gone away, and now it doesn't look like such a good deal anymore. What happens when they miss the first, second, third mortgage payment? You can both take us through this.
Well, first of all, depending upon the lender, it might be, they might actually be 2 or 3 payments behind before they get a certified letter, which is their notice of default. At that point in time, they have 120 days to rectify their situation before it actually could be foreclosed on.
And when you say rectify, that means they've got to come back with the money they owe the bank plus whatever penalties. Every month there's going to be a 10% perhaps penalty on that mortgage payment.
Correct. And so if you do get those, or if you know one's coming, don't wait. Seek advice on how to rectify the situation before you actually get those notices.
Okay, so if you find yourself behind, what's the point where they should call? They were not going to call Donna, because Donna takes care of it after the bank's gone through the whole process. What's the point they should call an expert or look for some help? Second payment missed?
No, they should be calling before they miss a payment.
Really?
They know, people will actually know, 1, 2, 3 months ahead of time before they can see that this is going to be a problem. So seek advice. Sometimes you can go to the bank and renegotiate maybe a different payment plan or something, but go to them before you get in trouble.
Now that's interesting, because we think of banks as being cold-hearted people, not really people, but institutions. Banks are actually willing to work with people, aren't they?
Oh, sure. As a matter of fact, they want to. They don't want that property back. They're in the business of making loans. They want the loans repaid, but they really don't want to handle that property. It's a bad asset for them. They just don't want it. So they want to work with them to the point that they can. And the side that David works on, which is loss mitigation, or the short sale department, workout department, they want to try to work with them if they can. And they certainly have limitations. I know that you encounter those.
But you have to find a face or a voice on the phone. How do you find that person in the bank? Is there a number on your mortgage statement that says if you're having problems, call here?
Well, when it gets to doing a short sale, you go to the loss mitigation department. But if you're going to see that there's a problem coming, there certainly is a number on your mortgage statement where you can call, and they'll put you to the right person, where you tell them, I'm going to have problems here. I need to work something out to help me.
Okay, we use the term short sale. Let's explain what that is.
A short sale means, let's use the example for round numbers, that you owe $500,000 on your loan, but your home is only worth $450,000 now because maybe values have dropped down, and so you actually owe more than what the property's worth. So if the home's going to be sold, we have to go to the lender and ask them to actually take less than what's owed them.
Oh, sure. I'm sure they're glad to do that.
Well, actually, sometimes they are, because like Donna said, they don't want that asset back. They would prefer to sell it as opposed to take it back and then have to sell it 6 months or a year later for $450 or less.
And it might cost them a lot more money along the way. They're going to have to pay realty commissions,
sure.
have to pay foreclosure fees and all that.
Absolutely.
What does that do to a person's credit rating if they've walked away from a property or sold it for less than it's worth? First of all, can the bank come after them for that money?
It'll affect your credit rating, but not as severely as if you had a foreclosure.
Really?
Now, California is a non-deficiency state, so that means that if you have a deficiency on your loan, doesn't mean that they can come chasing you. They could take and give you a 1099, which means that if you're selling at $50,000 short, the bank has the option to give you a 1099.
And that's an IRS form that says you made this money outside your normal employment. A
Correct.
1099 is for some kind of money you've made outside. So essentially they'd be saying, okay, you sold the house for $450, you owed us $500. That's like you made $50,000 put in your pocket, and the bank will send you that notice, and you have to pay taxes on that?
Correct. Now, I can tell you back in '95 when we went through this last cycle, the banks were not doing that. Now, seeing this is a new thing, the short sales in that, we really don't know what the position the bank is going to be taking, whether they're going to actually 1099 everyone or not.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we're going to take a break right now, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about what's for sale out there, what the banks really want for it, and how you might be able to make some money buying something. Let's not talk about flipping just yet. That's become too much of an overused word. We'll be right back with more on San Diego People.
Things that make you go,
What's better than getting together? Eating together with Papa John's. We use the finest ingredients. Sauce with real tomato taste, not paste. Delicious real meat toppings. And cheese made with 100% mozzarella. Get 2 large one-topping pizzas for just $12.99. Call now or order at papajohns.com and we'll deliver. Get together with 2 large one-topping pizzas for just $12.99.
Taste the difference. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
things that make you go,
Delicious cream cheese wontons, now just $1.99 for a limited time only. And if you love our cream cheese wontons, be sure to try our new wonton chicken salad, only at Pickup Sticks.
Adrian Gonzalez is known for his bat, which doesn't please everyone. See Adrian and your Padres take on the Houston Astros August 17th, 18th, and 19th. On Friday, enjoy the 4th annual Fiesta con los Padres at the post-game concert. On Saturday, all fans will receive a Padres sports bag.
Hey, who's the champ?
These are soccer trophies. I coach down at the high school.
High school coaching pays this good?
The trick is being married to a money whiz. Man, she got us the most incredible mortgage from San Diego County Credit Union, besides scoring on the house.
A deal in this market?
Yeah, but we did so good on our other house.
honey.